Good evening, everyone. This is Dennis Wong coming from Winnipeg. What is your story? Everybody has their stories, and a lot of us don't know the real story of other people, and we make judgment call. We have opinion for all these people. So tonight, I want to share my story. Why am I in the healthcare? Why do I do what I do? It's going to be a little bit long, but I'm going to try and shorten it as much as I can because this is my life that I'm going to be talking to you about. I am the youngest of 9 growing up. I was born and raised in Southeast Asia in a country called Myanmar. And my parents, when I was already growing up, they have their own family business. But one of the things that mom always told us is that during the World War II, she was running in the war. My father-in-law got a dysentery, and because it's during the war, they couldn't find any nurses or doctor to treat him from his dysentery, so he died from dysentery. So my mom made the promise to my grandfather that as much as she can, she will make sure most of her kids are in the health care so that nobody will have this kind of issue that cannot find a healthcare practitioner to help them when they're sick. And with that in mind, she worked very hard with my dad and put all of us through school. I'm being the youngest. When I was 19, she decided to move to Canada, where one of my brothers is already here, so that I can have a better education. And when we left the country, before we left the country, she actually owned a 3 textile factory that distribute all over the country. So we are well off that she doesn't have to leave the country at all. But because of our education and that I cannot get into medical school back home, she decided to leave everything. And the reason I said she decided to leave everything is when we left, being a military government at that time, we have to leave everything. Mom did not able to sell their business or bring the money out. When we left, my mom, my dad, and one of my brother and myself, 4 of us, government allowed us $44 US to travel 17 hours from Asia to Canada. Yes, 2 days travel. We stay overnight in Hong Kong, and we have to take taxi, and then we were transit in Seattle for all day, and we have $44 from owning 3 businesses, 3 big textile factory, and distributing all over the country to for 2 days only having $44. We had 1 meal out of 2 days. We slept in Hong Kong in hotel room that they use as a storage room. We got to Canada. My brothers supported us as much as they can, but one of my brother and I who came together, we worked in the restaurant as a dishwasher every night while we're going to school. And we studied hard, and we got through university, and I got into pharmacy school. I wanted to be in medicine, but with the circumstances, I accepted the pharmacy school because my brother asked me to apply, and he said this is a good healthcare practice that you should be in. And if you want to go to medicine, you can go to medicine later. But after I got into pharmacy, I did not want to be in medicine anymore, and I just stayed at it. And I've been working as a pharmacist for 30 years. I graduated 1990. And last 22 years ago, my wife, who's a pharmacist also, we decided to open our own pharmacy. And the big reason we decided is that so that we can serve the patient the way we want it, that we can be our own boss. And if whatever patient need, then we don't have to talk to anybody. We can change things and we can do what we need for the patient. We have been practicing for 22 years off and on. I'm not rich. I'm comfortable. I got 2 young kids. And every day I'm happy coming home knowing that I helped somebody. But last week has been rough for a lot of pharmacists in Manitoba because people don't know our stories, what pharmacists are going through and what pharmacy practice is going through for the last 5 weeks with this COVID-19, and having their opinion published out and causing a lot of anguish out there from a pharmacist and from the public who don't know exactly what's going on. So please learn the story before you make the comment and before you have your opinion pieces. For me, I'm going to keep doing this because this is what I love. This is what I was taught by my mom, that I need to be in healthcare so that I can heal other people. And that's my big reason. That's my story, that I'm in pharmacy and in healthcare, and this is my story and I'm sticking to it. I hope you have a great weekend, restful and rejuvenating. And this is Dennis Wong, and how can I serve?